Yeah. No, like
No, I'm, you know, a lot of y'all are.
I don't understand why y'all hate us so much.
Mm,
Like all the black women I seen have
oh
struggled
no, I'll tell you why. You know
and
why? You know why I know exactly why y'all hate them so much. Mind you, I'm a nigga. I am a nigga with mom issues. My mother has done some shit in her life. Okay, that has affected me greatly, even today at my big old age of 38. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's just like I hear y'all, and I'm just like, who the fuck hurt you? I was just like, and how did you get to this place? And then I find out by most of you that you were raised. A lot of you, not most of you, but a lot of you, were raised by single mothers, and there was a lot of and it varied from from the different circumstances that you were brought up in, being raised by a single mother.
Yeah.
Because black women usually do the damn thing. Most single moms do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I feel like being a badass single mom. That's a whole woman thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a woman thing. And but a lot of you who act like this are raised by women, single women who don't like women. So there's that. You have to be very careful with the men who are raised by single women.
That's
I'm about to, yeah.
yeah.
I'm about to
Yeah.
explain it.
No, I'm listening.
Yeah, no,
I'm like, damn. Well, what the fuck is this?
no. I'm about to explain it. When I say this, I'm talking about black men that are raised by single black mothers, and the single black mothers have this thing of, not. I was just like really not being friends to other women.
No, they don't have respect for women.
They don't have respect for women either. And so you're raised by a hateful black woman who looks at other black women pretty much as competition. Or look at her like, this bitch trying to get my man, even if I have one. Or my son.
Mm.
So it's just like, because especially if they don't have anybody, they latch onto their son.
Yeah, definitely.
They do.
But they are overly loving, not neglectful type of mothers.
Some of them.
If they treat their son like husbands.
Neglectful, but that you, just because you're there doesn't mean you can't be neglectful in various other ways. And I'm talking about, it's neglectful for you to not be there for the certain needs for your son versus the needs to really boost yourself up. And the only black women that they respect is usually her. So they try to get away from that and decide to date outside their race, or date someone else, because they feel like it's going to be easier to deal with than dealing with another black woman. A lot of them feel, that's just what I've noticed. Observation. This isn't anything else but that. Nothing but observation. But most of those men that do that,
yeah,
have a very overbearing black mother, and that's the only black woman in his life. That and it's like, that's what I've seen. It was like, and if you're a black woman that's having issues with dealing with your black man and has an overbearing mother,
mm-hmm.
or whatever the case may be,
yeah,
that could be the reason.
Okay, I can see how you see it that way.
Yeah, and that's just pure observation from what I've seen with how some of these men act, and who have these attitudes, and you can't even talk about their mothers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They'll go fucking nuts. You know what I'm saying? If you talk about their mothers, because it's like, how dare you talk about my mama? But it's just like but it's so easy for you to sit there and talk about another black woman. You know what I'm saying? With no impunity. You know what I'm saying? It's cool for you to talk about her like that. Like, I'm not gonna sit there. Like, I know me. I'm not gonna go out there and go out of my way to talk disparagingly about a black woman, let alone about anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But especially about a black woman. I'm just not gonna do it because I know how it looks. For especially as me as a black man saying something about a black, saying something about a black woman, I was like, no, I can't do that.
I kind of I see it a little differently. I'm not a black man, of course,
Right.
but as a black woman dealing with black men, this is how I see it.
Okay.
I do agree that the men that have issues with black women have solely been raised by black women. Their father was absent for one reason or another. We're not going to get into that. But I feel like the black men that have so much hatred for black women is because they were raised by dysfunctional black women.
Exactly.
And this is what I mean. Not ones that hate black women, but now we got to look at history and we got to understand how women have been treated, guys. This is a patriarchy world, and women never had rights. And all the way up until a certain point where you were able to get a woman pregnant at 12 and she had to raise a baby.
A girl,
okay.
A little girl, really. A girl.
So once again, we have children raising children. Now let's put it in the aspect of below black girls. Can you imagine what your little black mother has been through? And now she has a child and she still has to heal with her trauma. Not saying these things are right, but we have to look at the obvious. Not including of who her parents were, who raised her. There is no guide to being a parent. The only way we learn how to nurture is by being nurtured. And most little black women are not. So now they're raising boys. Now you got a damaged, healing, most likely probably abused, molested black mother. And got around involved with an unstable man that also was not able to take care of a kid. And this man was able to just say, that's your baby. And leave this woman with a child. We have an episode on motherhood when I state that every woman, just because they have a child, ain't made to be a mother. Mm-hmm. And now, not only do I have distrust, the hatred, the only man that I trust just left me with a baby after I've been through so much with my family, my father, my brothers, all the men in my life, and I'm here to raise another man. And you think she's supposed to look at this little boy lovingly? She looks at this another little boy.
And any child.
Any child. But she definitely looks at this little boy as I'm raising an oppressor. Someone to be just like their father. When you call black women strong, it is very offensive because you don't understand. It's not that we want to be strong. You're supposed to be the strength. It's because we had to be strong. Who's protecting me when this man keeps coming in my room every night while my mother is passed out or has been accustomed to the same shit and allows it? Because it's not you. Who's protecting my family when you run off and I gotta deal with the society and the mistreatment in my household? Because it's not you. I gotta be strong because I am the only one protecting us. Because ain't nobody protecting me. Now, as a mother, we're supposed to be more nurturing when we see our seed. But as a black woman, we do not have that privilege to provide that. And I need you to understand, black men, that regardless of what she was and what she did, guess who the fuck was there and who ain't ride out on you and who ain't leave you? Because I tell you who did leave you, your dad. But through all her bullshit, she still tried for you. She ain't just say, fuck you, nigga. And that has been black women this whole time. We never said fuck it. That's why everybody hate us. Because we never said the words fuck it. No matter what you do, nigga, I ain't going to give you I ain't never say fuck it. Once again, you are raised. Yeah, Looney, you raising your hand for your mother, but guess who raised her? Her mother. And we know the damages from her mother. Goes back, yeah.
I know.
Your mother was like that, but guess who raised her?
Yep. Same person that raised me is her.
Guess who raised me? A woman who had to sit there and take care of 5 kids because her mom overdosed of heroin.
Right.
At a child. And then had to raise her child. And I'm not even her child. I'm her sister's child. And I'm expecting her to be the pillar of all moms, to bake and cook, make cookies for me. Like, are y'all fucking serious? So my thing is, if you see how much black women struggle with raising these black boys as a king, why don't you help? It's easier for you to make another life somewhere outside of us and leave us with the burden. I'm sorry to say, but to me, y'all sounding a little pussy. Because it's easier for you to run away than to deal with the real issues. And is that a man? Because that's not what God made you for.
Now, one thing I will say is I'm actually, I'm about to go there for a minute, actually. Because, you know, to kind of piggyback of what Chantel was talking about and saying that, hey, you know, y'all need to communicate better than what y'all are doing. You need to be more open about who you are. It's not popular within our community. And luckily, we're having more black men that are doing it. We do. But it's not very looked highly upon for a black man to sit there and talk about his issues within the community. He's looked at as weak.
Yeah.
He is. And so there's a lot of things that y'all, myself included, you know, keep a lot of things inside and not expressing those things. I can tell you from experience that it's better for you to express these things because of the simple fact, not only will you feel better, but the people that you're dealing with that are dealing with you and having difficult times with you can understand you better.
That's my thing. That's an oxymoron. If you say you can't communicate your feelings, especially with black women, tell me this. Because we're being more open. We want to have these discussions with y'all because y'all are the only ones that understand. Can you really communicate how you feel with your white wife? Can you really communicate how you feel as a black man with your preference? So that's an oxymoron. You can't communicate how you really feel as a man with them. So to sit there and say that you don't deal with black women because of that, bruh. Once again, excuses for you not to man up. Because I'm going to let you know, we black women are experiencing the same thing, and you can communicate with me, boo. Because when I come home at night after dealing with this fucking colonizer world, the only one I want to talk to is with my husband, with my man, my black king. Because that's the only one that's going to understand.
Yep. That's it. That's it. That's all. And that's what a lot of you don't understand and get. And some of you even raised in homes by black people, by black parents. I was surprised. The basketball player, newly crowned NBA champion, Shai Gilgeous Anderson. And here he is, two black parents, married. And he's married to a white woman.
And I'm going to tell y'all this one thing. What they telling y'all is a lie. It is so many black women. Yeah, we have some toxic, but it's so many black women that will understand, that is intelligent, that is on your level. They are lying to you. We are better together. Perfect together. Go find you that black woman. There's so many of us out there. Don't let bad experience with one black woman or a bad experience that you have being raised by a toxic, damaged black woman sit there and deter, because we are not like that. They know that. That's the reason why they're keeping us apart. And when I said they only want you for your DNA, listen, their lineage, their DNA is dying. It's filled with nothing but cancer and diseases. They need the strong black sperm to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all they want you for.
They just want us for our DNA, bro. Mostly.
All them Hispanic, oh, I want to have a black baby, a beautiful biracial baby. Bitch, what is that telling you? She don't give two fucks about you.
Or the child that she's about to produce. Because some dumb nigga will sit there and lay down with her. All for this nigga to fulfill a preference. So it's just, it's just a lot.
We the only ones that understand your worth.
Black women understand the worth, bro. They always will. They always do. There's not many self-hating black women.
We don't. That's a lie.
There's not many of them.
We don't hate you. We don't hate you.
They hate the shit y'all do.
And it's funny because they trying to hop on and make us hop on the train. Y'all need to start dating outside of your race. For what? So what? For what? I'm sorry to say, a lot of these biracial kids is looking kind of slow. And like something wrong with them. I'm sorry to say it.
It may be. I'm like, they probably wasn't around.
Exactly.
They didn't even have a male figure in their
Exactly.
life.
A lot of...
And it's weird. For me, and I'm not even trying to be a nut motherfucker. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm better than.
Yeah.
It's just weird for me. I literally, it throws me off.
Yeah.
It does. Because I've literally just been around mostly, you know what I mean, black men that are just on their shit.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't have black men in my family that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing in a certain sense.
Yeah.
However, a majority, 90% of them, were doing what they were supposed to be. They were doing what they were supposed to be doing. They were taking care of their families. They were, you know what I'm saying? They were, they're making sure everybody was okay. They were paying, they were doing everything.
Yeah.
Financially, everything. They were doing everything. So it's just when I, not that I don't know that black men aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I just don't associate myself the men that I was raised by didn't associate themselves with those types of men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they called them out on their shit.
Yeah.
My grandfather would call another man out on his bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he would respect another man calling him out on his bullshit if he was fucking around too. Seriously, he would. I've seen it because of the simple fact of a situation that happened between my grandmother's sister's husband and him.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle and him. And my uncle like checked him at our house, in the garage, everything else.
Yeah.
Even went like that kind of shit. He was mad. And and to be honest with you, he had every reason to be big mad. Yeah. And my grandfather was like, I get it. My grandfather said, I get it. He's like, you know what? I got you. I apologize. I'm gonna get this together. That's what happened. That was my grandfather. You know what I mean? Even if in the wake of him being wrong, you know what I'm saying?
He still stepped up as a man.
He still stepped up as a man to try to sit there and render the situation, because this was his wife's sister's husband, and he didn't realize how deep this went.
Yeah.
With this thing being, and he was so upset that he wanted to go with this situation. He did check my grandfather because he didn't want to go to his wife about this shit because of how disrespectful it would be to her, because his issue isn't with her.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to sit there and make her sister
their issue.
Thank you.
Your issue, my issue.
Yep. And that's what he did.
So fix your shit so it does not fall on me.
Correct. That's what he did.
Because you on some shit.
Yeah. Because that's what it was.
Yeah. But I think, as I was saying previously, that the first thing men like to come out in reference to how these boys are nowadays. But y'all have to recognize, now, we're not just going to get into black people issues, because that's a whole different thing, but just into the issues of men. And y'all are very absent when it comes to raising children, and you're very absent when it comes to raising boys. So not just the black community, but all community, boys are kind of soft, and because they are being raised by women with the absentee
you want to know something
of men. Now we provide one thing about children. It takes two. Strong. We provide the nurture. But when it comes to boys, y'all provide that with the just as same as when it comes to little girls. We provide the nurturing with them, but the fathers provide a certain. So without both of that guidance, one can sway more to the other side because you're getting more opinionated by one side.
No,
not just race.
So this,
we know why black fathers were in existence in reference to the system, in reference to us trying to gain stability for our community, our children. They purposely subtracted themselves out of the family until it became a blur that they just was non-existent. And when they did try to, it also possessed them to be criminalized and all types of things to make them not suitable to be family. Not only were they also iced out of getting possible jobs, more jobs were offered to black women, basically to hold them down because you are the strongest aspect of your community.
That was But you have to understand. Like,
I said it's a lot of things that contribute.
It does.
It's a lot. Not saying just one or the other. It's a lot. Remember.
And then there's this other thing.
Back in the late 60s to the early 70s.
I just want to say this.
As far as welfare and housing.
Yeah. I know.
That's where it started, where black men could not be in the home.
There was the movie. Remember that movie?
They wanted to provide for the women and the children. Yes.
There's the whole movie about that.
Now you got black men on the street. What are you going to do with them? That's when started the institutions and the jails. It's a lot of reasons that contribute to them not including the initial reason where we didn't even have family structure and we forced ourselves to build it because that was not meant for us, that we were bred for like cattle. So to piggyback off of that, even off of that, we tried. But black men, I'm not going to lie, one thing about black men, and I can see where they are now, they have sacrificed themselves for us. And they have sacrificed themselves for us so much they have diminished us, have started to hate us as black women and our children, and have even completely missed the purpose. I think this is where the disconnect. We did try to form. But as a man, and you want to provide for your family, and you know it's no means, and you know, hey, this woman can get housing for $29 and have the kids on. Why would I want to prevent that?
It's different though, because and the reason
that's where it starts. But once again, it's a beginning, and we are people who have been brainwashed. We don't have physical. Listen. Don't get me wrong. We have manipulative brains.
We're smart.
We are smart, but that's not what I'm saying. We are smart, but what we don't understand is with our smartness. Listen, we are very intelligent creatures, but we are loving and compassionate and empathy. And the weakest thing about African Americans and black people, that we still give others an opportunity and say it's not everybody this, that, and the third. Because we're intelligent, but we don't understand the inhumanes of other people. That's the thing. We are, but we don't understand the non-intelligence of other individuals. And at this moment, these individuals are in charge, and they are very petty and inhumane and intelligent. And with that, it's like a child having power. Remember, Eric, when we watched that Batman episode or whatever, and you had the woman that had power, and she had her son, and the woman that was like, what, a goddess, and she created her son and gave him all the power? He took the power, right? And then what did he do with the power? As a childish...
Did some childish shit and dying. Well, living with the daddy.
Who was this?
It was a Batman episode, right? Justice League episode. The point of that is you gave all this power to someone who was immature and inhumane.
Oh, what was that bitch's name?
You talking about
with that bitch ass son?
Yeah, you talking about and Morgan Le Fay.
Yes,
exactly.
That bitch ass.
Plain.
That bitch, I was like, that's who you gave birth to, bitch. As bad as a bitch as you are, this is who you gave birth to.
And they got the power. This is what I'm saying about us and them. The fact that we are not inhumane, that we are superior, that we can actually see that. We don't have that power. They do. So you need to understand that aspect in it.
Yeah.
And with that being said, it's the reason why this still occur. We, black men, thought, okay, if the white man gonna give my girl home and my family are home, $29. I just ain't gotta let them know that I'm there. What I'm gonna do?
And that's what they did. I mean, but that's what they did back in the day. They
Nah.
did do that though.
That's the point that I'm making.
Yeah.
That they thought about this, but didn't understand what the, once again, underlying effects that was gonna do.
And that's not their
Now,
fault.
what happened was, now you got a whole bunch of black men displaced. They're not in homes. They're out on the street, a whole bunch of black. That is scary for rightful. So what we do, we start gathering them up, putting them in prisons. Like, yo, their intentions was always to look out for the family and the black woman. But it just did not work like that because little kids had power.
Right.
And now we have come so far from the initial truth and have been brainwashed and systematically oppressed, we don't even realize what was our initial attention as us. Even the fact that black women say you're not there, but we have forgot the reason why you're not there. And for black men to say that you're not shit, you're always alone, you forgot that you were supposed to come back.
Yep.
You were not supposed to leave. We were supposed to get to a certain level and you were supposed to come back home, baby. And this was still supposed to be a family. So we all have got caught up in the blurs of what the original purpose. You did what you did to protect us. But you still supposed to protect us, boo. And I did what I did to be nurturing and get what I could from whatever the fuck was offering to protect that part. Our kids. But we still was in agreements and always. And we just throughout centuries, we just lost our place. And more things got into place to divide. And started off with just giving you housing. Then we had the prison, the penal system. And then it, once again, like I said, in reference to blue collar jobs, they were more offered to black women instead of black men. So it was a separation in pay. Like it's so many throughout generations, so and centuries, so many separations to just keep us apart that we just kept growing further and further and further and forgot the initial reason why we was doing all of this.
Right.
And what was the purpose of all of this? And then we started chasing colonization's ideology. And that led us down to a path of destruction. Because no matter how you feel, what you think, what you see, to integrate that they would never accept you. At times we are 20 times better than them. And we still seen as the shit underneath their boot.